Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the Spanish national team, and I also do want to speak on Gavi, a player that did stand out within the match between Spain and Sweden. And then later in the video, we're also going to be talking about the player updates regarding their fitness, what players are currently back from international break. All of that is going to be discussed within today's videos. But before we go further into this video, I do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is the best football app you could find within the App Store when it comes to the latest transfer news, the daily news, anything that you do want to follow regarding your favorite player or your favorite club or your team or any international team. All of that is going to be compact within the OneFootball app. And for those of you guys who are in the UK, one of the best new features that the OneFootball app does carry, it is having La Liga highlights within the app. So if you guys do want to find any highlights regarding Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, whichever club you do desire, the OneFootball app will be having that and right inside your phone. So the link is going to be in the description box down below. By clicking that link, you guys will be able to support me and this YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. But now let's get back into the video. So let's first talk about the match between Spain and Sweden, because first I want to congratulate the Spanish national team for qualifying to the World Cup of 2022. This game was not easy, and one of the star players within this game, it was Gavi. Gavi's performance was so good, it got to the point where the audience was cheering his name. If we look at the stats here, we can see that Gavi had a total of 5 dribbles, 4 fouls that have been won, 2 key passes, 1 tackle, a 92% pass accuracy rate, and he was named man of the match. And this again was in a game where they have qualified for the World Cup of 2022. And what really does amaze everyone the most is the fact that he can dribble in tight spaces, because these are the type of qualities that can actually advance these players on the field. Because usually when players are not capable to dribble through spaces and being physical enough to handle those knocks by the players, then the team is going to have to digress and they cannot advance forward to attack. But Gavi allows that. Gavi gives Spain the permission to do so. And usually teams are not equipped. Usually teams think that, oh no, Gavi is going to be marked heavily by those 2 players, we should not worry about him. But once Gavi does get through those 2 players in those tight spaces, then they're going to be caught. Then they're going to be like, no way did he just do that. We're not even in the correct position to continue to defend Gavi and the rest of these players. So Gavi gives Spain so much opportunity, so much more on the field. And this is also a moment where we just have to appreciate Gavi's performance, because he helped Spain qualify to the World Cup, and that is a big deal. By the time we do head towards the winter of 2022, many of us are wondering, how is this team going to be assembled? Because we know for a fact, right, no matter what, that this Spanish national team is going to be strong in the long term. They are in good hands with players like Ansu Fati, Gavi, Pedri, Ferran Torres, Olmo. These are all great players. And you know what's so crazy about this is that the players that I have just named, most of these players that is considered as the foundation of Spain's next generation, right, the core of what's going to make Spain so dominant in a few years, most of these players do play in Barcelona. And so Spain should feel blessed to know that most of their players that are going to be in the core of this next generation, they're going to be playing together regularly throughout the season. And Barcelona, of course, should also be blessed because they have so much talent in their disposal. Gavi, Pedri, Ansu, Nico, Eric Garcia, many of these players do have the capability to be the best in their positions. And hopefully, right, by the time we do head towards the World Cup of 2022, these players that we are naming here can make a real statement in that World Cup, and especially in a style that cannot be replicated by no other team, because I do think that that will be very important for Spanish football in general. And I do want to give the latest updates regarding Gavi, since we are talking about this player, and this report did come out immediately after that match was over, and this is what Ferran Martinez had to say, and I quote, "Gavi wants to stay at Barcelona at all costs. The renewal's completion is a matter of details, and the club wants to close it as soon as possible. The idea is to extend him until 2026, and although there is not any definitive answer, his clause is set to be very high. So it could be 700 million, it could be 800 million, maybe it could be 1 billion, like Pedri or Ansu Fati. But the main conclusion of today's video is this: Gavi is a serious player. Gavi is a player that will be one of the best in the world. He is a serious talent, and Barcelona want to lock this player down. They want to tie down this player for the long term. So now I do want to speak on the next phase of this video, and we are going to be talking about the latest on these players. Because look, we have a game in this upcoming Saturday, which will be in about 6 days. It is going to be against Espanyol, which is the derby, and this is going to be considered as Xavi's first game in charge. So there is so much on the line in this game. And so there are questions, right? What players have returned from international break? Are there any fitness updates that we should know about? So it does say here that Busquets, Gavi, and Alba did come back from international break. They are going to be training under Xavi Hernandez for the first time. We also do see Piqué, Sergio Roberto, Eric Garcia, Garcia, Pedri, and Nico that have also been involved in the group training. So I do expect Busquets, Alba, and Gavi to do some light work, not go too heavy, because again, they have just came from international break. As for Pedri, it's not a surprise that Pedri has joined in the training session today because he has been involved in the training sessions. But the fact that Pedri can now finally train with the other players, that is what's most important, because we need to get these players comfortable to play with each other and understand each other on the field, and especially under Xavi's new tactics, because we just have to be ready for that match against Espanyol. And now moving on towards the next player, and that is going to be Dani Alves. Dani Alves was also present in today's training session, which was also his first training session, and it was a great reunion, right? To see him go into the locker room, say hi to the players like Busquets, Alba, Umtiti, and many other players. It was such a great nostalgic moment, and the media was there to ask him questions. And the main thing that Dani Alves did say was that he is very happy to be here back at Barcelona, that this move was destined to happen, and he simply just wants to work hard for this club because he loves this club. He says that he was going to be here no matter what, and he does want to make his presence very clear within their locker room, that he does want to be that leader that many players do need at the moment. And then moving on towards Dembele, everything is going as expected. There are no setbacks regarding Dembele, and there was a funny story that did come out about 2 days ago where Dembele was actually fined $200 to $300 only because he was 3 minutes late within the training sessions. And then today we found out that Dembele was actually the first player to arrive early in training today. So the difference that these rules do make for these players is humongous. The fact that these rules give these players more focus and more commitment towards their work is amazing, because now we're starting to see that these players are learning from this. They are starting to understand that coming early is something that they should be doing. And then lastly, as for Ansu Fati, there's nothing going on with Ansu Fati yet. Everything is going as expected. There is no setbacks, just like Dembele, and so we should expect to see Ansu and Dembele maybe participate back within a few days, maybe a few weeks, and then we'll move forward from there. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.